My name is Eric Smith, and this is an excerpt from my autobiographical series, My Life in Not So Much a Nutshell, but More of a Melon Rind. And this is from the fourth of those four books. On Saturday the 7th of September, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I'd only slept for 8 hours in the past 3 days, but decided to stay up because Shrem will be picking me up at 8:30. We were going to Dorchester Park in Whitney Point for a fundraiser. Wings of Hope and the Mental Health Association of the Southern Tier, MHAST, we're holding a 4-mile walk and butterfly release to raise funds for drug addiction and suicide prevention. Shran's girlfriend's mother put it all together. I got a shower and painted my fingernails with LA Colors purple number 195. I then waited for Dustin. When he arrived, we stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts and then drove out to Whitney Point. We got to the park a bit early. The festivities didn't start until 10 o'clock. There were a number of canopied tables, crafts for kids, sign-up stations, and tables with resource material. Under the large pavilion, there was a big rectangle of tables. 3 sides of the rectangle were dedicated to raffle prizes. The fourth side had a bunch of food and some coffee. We found Amber fairly quickly. The staff were all wearing t-shirts of marigold color with an orange butterfly emblazoned across the front. She was selling raffle tickets. Shran and I stepped off the path to greet Amber's mom. She had short curly hair and a smile. "Hey, Dustin," she greeted. "Hi, this is my friend Eric," Shran introduced. "This is Amber's mother." "Hi, Eric," she grinned. "Dustin and Amber have talked about you. It's a pleasure to meet you." "It's a pleasure to meet you, too," I replied happily. We talked for a few minutes and she seemed genuinely pleasant. She advised me to live for the little things because we all deserve happiness. "Eric, did you sign up yet?" Amber asked me. "I already paid for you." "Not yet," I said. "Let's do that now." I followed her to the correct table. There was a single-page form. One question asked if there was a particular person for whom I was dedicating my day to. "You can write Brent for my brother, or if you have someone in mind, put it there," Amber indicated. I wrote in Brent/Jeff. Brent was Amber's brother, and he had ended his own life 7 years prior. I'd gladly represent her brother and my cousin. For a while after that, Shran and I played a game with Amber's uncle. There was a raised board at both ends of where we stood, and we had to toss bean bags onto the boards or make it through the hole in the board. "My mother and Chris should be coming," Shran said. "They're bringing one of their Great Danes." A few minutes later, Mudge and Mickey walked over with Mickey's daughter Avery. While Mudge, Shran, and I walked to the parking lot to take a cigarette break, Shran and Mickey's mom and stepdad arrived. Jamie had a large dog on a tether. "Ollie," Shran said. Ollie reminded me of Hagrid's dog, Fang the Boarhound. Amber walked over to greet Jamie and Chris. "I'm a bit scared," she said. "The main speaker is sick, so my mom and I are going to talk." "Don't like public speaking?" I asked her. "That, and I just know that I'm going to cry during my speech. It's just so emotional." Lunch was nice. I stood in line behind Amber's friend Jenna. We talked while we filled our paper plates with hot dogs, potato salad, macaroni salad, and lasagna. As it turned out, Amber did cry during her speech, but it made it all the more beautiful and heartfelt. She talked about her brother and her grandfather and her boss, who had recently committed suicide. I was touched deeply. Next came the butterfly release. I gently accepted the triangular envelope that Amber's sweet mother handed me. I opened it up at our table so that little Avery could see the insect. It was a very pretty monarch. The freshly woken bug didn't want to fly away. I walked over to a line of tall grass and set the innocent monarch on a big leaf. "Be free, little buddy. Be free, Jeff," I said quietly to the butterfly. After the fundraiser, Dustin and Amber dropped me off at my house. Chris was coming over to hang out, and Amber needed a nap. We made arrangements to go to the Luma festival that evening. Chris and I sat in the living room and watched some of Family Guy's 17th season on Hulu. At 8 o'clock, I climbed back into Amber's car. We drove over to the Belmar, which is a tavern near my house. We each had a drink and walked downtown. We made a quick stop at Bitsy's pub for another drink and then joined the festivities of the evening. There were a lot of people downtown. The street lamps were out due to the festival, which was created by IBM. They projected light shows and videos onto the sides of buildings. It was really pretty interesting. The old Broome County Library, which is in an old mansion, had my favorite show. The projection made the building look as if it was crumbling, and then it was reversed so that it quickly rebuilt. It was kind of intense. While we were at the Belmar, Shran introduced me to his recently single homosexual co-worker, Cody. He was sitting at the bar, and I sat on the bar stool next to him. He had shortish, blonder hair and a fantastic mustache. Amber bought each of the three of us another drink, and I caught snatches of Cody's conversation with a curvy brunette girl on his other side. He was talking about being around his nephews and his sister not talking to them about the existence of LGBTQ plus people. And I felt a stab on the inside of my chest. I had recently had a similar conversation and felt similarly to Cody. I added him on Facebook that night. A couple of weeks later, I learned that he and I had very different political views, and I unfriended him.